Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bahakodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone at Orwell. Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect destined to be saved. I'm the brother Caliph from the GMS UK and London Forecasters Camp back with another lesson to help edify those of which I spoke of. I always like to begin by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, West Africans predominantly, but you will find Israelites that do look like the other nations because we as a people have been scattered among all the nations that are various captivities. But if a seed line by your forefathers goes back to the man in the Bible named Israel, then you too are an Israelite no matter what you may look like, because Numbers 1 and 18 tells you that your nationality is determined by the lineage of your forefathers. So I've got a lesson here lined up that is a bit of a sad story really, but it goes to show you that the Most High is the one who controls the issues of death. That's Psalm 16 verse 20. Let's get this. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto our power the Lord belong the issues from death. Read that again. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto our power the Lord belong the issues from death. So the Most High controls who lives and who dies, and how you live and how you die. This article says burger horror. Man 57 stabbed himself to death in a freak accident while separating two frozen burgers with a knife, inquest told. Police feared that he had been attacked when they found him in a blood-stained home. It says a man stabbed himself to death while trying to separate two frozen burgers with a knife, an inquest is heard. Barry Griffiths, 57, was killed when he plunged the blade into his stomach in a freak accident. This guy. He was discovered several days later by police who were baffled by a trail of blood around his kitchen and the bedroom. Officers then established the frozen burgers were behind the tragedy when they noticed them on the kitchen counter. And the knife and a tea towel were also found nearby, and the bottom drawer of the freezer had been left open. An inquest was told that Barry died from a stab wound at his home in Powys, Wales. The court heard that he lived alone in supported accommodation and was a very private man. Police arrived at his home in July last year amid concerns Barry hadn't been seen for more than a week. They discovered him dead on his bedroom with blood in a hallway and bathroom and bedroom. The court heard there was no sign of disturbance and his wallet, computer and phone were not missing. Detective Sergeant Stephen Vaughan said he was satisfied that Barry's death was not a suicide, but more of an unexplained death. There was also no indication that he had been assaulted, the inquest had heard. The area coroner concluded Barry had restricted use of one arm following a stroke, most likely died from an accident while preparing the frozen food and for cooking. She told the inquest, "I appreciate the evidence is difficult to hear and traumatic. Thank you for your patience while the investigation was ongoing. I express my condolences at this difficult time." So that's that. That man's life was ended over some frozen burgers. Not exactly how you expect to go out, but that goes to show you that the Most High is in control at all times and in all situations. So let's get some precepts on that. First Kings 22 starting at verse 19 said, And I said, Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord Yahweh sitting on his throne, and the host of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And the Lord Yahweh said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit and stood before Yahweh and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, Thou shalt persuade him and prevail. Go forth and do so. So the Most High has counsels in the heaven with the angels as to how he's going to take people out. And, in the councils, certain spirits will come up and say they can take him out in this manner, other spirits on that manner. But in this case, this guy, Barry Griffiths, obviously a spirit said, well, I can freeze two burgers together. And when he tries to separate them, he'll use a knife and he'll plunge the knife into his stomach and he'll die from bleeding to death. And that pleased Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, and he said, go forth and do so. So that's how this Barry Griffiths character got put to death. Now that's how it goes down, man. It's interesting because on death certificates they put cause of death. And in this case they may have stabbed to death or bled to death or whatever the case may be, but always the cause of death comes down to two things: sin and the Heavenly Father. Those are the two main causes of death, because we die because we sin. For the wages of sin is death, and the person who's responsible for the death is always the Heavenly Father. So it's like on the death certificates, you should be, really it should say cause of death, sin, killed by Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, because that's always how it goes down. Let's get another precept here. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. It says, I am Yahweh. Isaiah 45 and verse 5. I am Yahweh, there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am Yahweh, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. Proverbs 16 verse 9. A man's heart deviseth his way, but Yahweh directeth his steps. So in this case of this Barry Griffiths, he had a way that he thought he'd go, but the Most High was in control of all his steps, and it got to the point where on the day of his death, he controlled his steps one by one, to make him go into the kitchen, to make him get the burgers, to make him then try and separate them with a knife, to then plunge the knife into his stomach and to die. For the Most High God speaketh once, yea twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, upon slumberings upon the bed, Then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. So the Most High was in control of everything, and that's the way it went down, and that's why we need to fear the Lord, because to him belong the issues from death. You know, a lot of Christians will be like, they fear Satan and all this kind of rubbish, but really, it's the Most High who's in control of all these things. So he is the one who we need to fear and constantly be mindful of, and beware of offending, because it's a light thing from the Most High to have a counsel and have you taken out in a horrific way. You know, the Most High doesn't flinch when it comes to judgment. So we need to be mindful of that, and that's a power to be feared. So Lord willing, with that, that's an edifying little quick lesson. To the Most High belong the issues from death. He's the one who's in control of whether we enter or exit this world. So that's why he needs to be feared. So with that, giving all praises and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, HaKadosh. Double honours unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect destined to be saved. And I'll catch you on the next lesson. Shalom for now. Shalom.